Romy back with another video. If you guys are into today's video, make sure to like, share the video to a friend, likes for this, or just anime content in general. Subscribe if you're new here, as I want to hit 10K by the end of September. And comment down below your thoughts and feelings about the video, as well as what suggestions that you guys would like me to do in the near future, or on my second channel, RommyXZ, which you should consider subscribing to. But with that being said, let's get into the recap. So in the last part, we basically left off with Naruto setting out by Yagura's command to go survey the Land of Waves, as the Land of Waves was a decently new village. Of course, the Land of Waves itself has been around for a pretty long time, but to the Mist Village and like Yagura, who had, well, no knowledge of this village, except for maybe there being water and waves around it, that it was just basically a new village. So Yagura wanted Naruto to check it out, as Naruto's pretty capable, and Yagura has to withhold his duty as one of the three guardians, as well as the fact that he's also a Kage, so he just, needs to stay in the village. But with that being said, Naruto would go out. This is also around the same time that Zabuza and Haku, as well as Team 7, is going to be arriving at the Land of Waves, so it brings up a pretty, I guess you could say, interesting dynamic. Upon arrival, Naruto would smell a bit of food, as he would be guided to a store that sold ramen. Coincidentally, ramen is Naruto's favorite food, even in this timeline, as Naruto would grab a bite to eat. He would then compliment the ramen, saying that the ramen in this land is pretty good. The restaurant owner, or the ramen shop owner, whatever you want to call them, or call him, as it is a he, had asked Naruto where he was from, as he had said the ramen in this land isn't too bad, or is good, right? And Naruto would respond. Naruto would say that he's from, well, the land of the Mist Village, or the Hidden Mist Village, to be exact. The ramen shop owner would, well, nod his head, as he would ask what it's like over there, as Naruto would explain, well, it's pretty cool. We've gotten a lot more ninja, but at the same time, we just had a recent rebel. A rebel? The ramen shop owner would ask. Yes, a rebel. Unfortunate. Were the person or the people rebelling very powerful? Yes. One of them was my brother, and the others were the 7 ninja swordsmen, the people who were tasked with protecting our village. We've implemented many new systems, though. We just need one more strong warrior and we'll be set. I see. Well, best of luck to you in your village. You seem to have a pretty high rank, but you don't look too old. How old are you? Oh, me? I'm 12. I see. Well, have a good day. You too, sir. Naruto would then exit the ramen shop, or just, leave, as he would sense multiple big chakras. So he would ask around, asking if there was a ninja system and things of the sort, and he would figure out that there was no ninja system, so it made really no sense that these high chakras would be around him. Of course, the villagers couldn't really sense this chakra, as, well, they're not ninja. Not to say that if you are a ninja, you can sense chakra, but, I think you guys know what I mean. Anyhow, Naruto would then decide to track these chakras, as they had all seemed to be in the same area. If you don't know what I'm getting at, this is Kakashi, or Team 7 to be more exact, versus Zabuza and Haku. But with the change, these Zabuza and Hakus are much, much stronger. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like Zabuza and Haku would train much harder. But not only that, we have a, surprise amp / ability that they have both now obtained during their journey, but I guess I'll explain that later on in the fight, if you will. Naruto would then approach the area, as he would see who he knows as Kakashi the Copy Ninja, and who he knows as Haku and Zabuza. Because I did mention that Naruto actually knows Haku, as well as the other swordsmen knowing Haku and stuff like that, but he was just very surprised to see Zabuza, of all people, here, as he would watch from a distance. He then watched Team 7 basically, well, at least the lower members of Team 7 get bullied. This is also the second time they fight. This is not the first time they fight. So Kakashi's already been caught in the water prison, like he's going serious here. No ifs and buts. Sorry for that sniffle. I don't know. But with that being said, Naruto would basically just say that he's, in his head, of course, that he's going to like capture Zabuza. Like that's his main goal right now, and that's what his objective is. And maybe further his bonds with the Leaf Village, because the Mist Village is actually allied with the Leaf Village. So in a way, he is obligated to help. Anyhow, Naruto would rush in before any damage could be done to Kakashi, and he would basically just slam Zabuza into a tree. Zabuza was completely off guarded, so his defense wasn't really up, and Naruto was able to easily just slap him away, right, and send him flying. As Naruto would then look around, seeing a giant ice-like dome, or something that looked different to him, something he had never seen. Is this the ice kick again, Kai? Naruto thought to himself. The one Haku was rumored to have. Well, let's see. Naruto would then rush into the dome, just like he had in canon, but for different reasons, of course. He wants to see Haku and kind of wants to see what it's like. He doesn't really care for, Sasuke, because he doesn't know Sasuke right now. Heck, he doesn't even know Sasuke's a Leaf Ninja. Anyhow, Naruto would walk in as he saw a boy on the ground with many senbon in his body. Naruto was puzzled at what had happened here, as he would kneel down to the ground, asking what had happened, as Sasuke would speak. Haku, I couldn't defeat him. Who are you? Sasuke would ask, as he could barely muster up the strength to talk, as Naruto would explain. I'm a Mist Ninja. And you? I'm a Leaf Ninja. Uchiha Sasuke. I know you are under no obligation to help me, but I did hear that our villages are allied. So could you at least defeat Haku? You mean the person in the mirrors? Yeah, that's him. Sasuke would then pass out. As to Naruto, it looked as if Sasuke had died. Naruto would clench his fist with anger as he looked up at Haku. You were once a Mist Shinobi. Why have you fallen so far? Fallen, Haku would say. I haven't fallen. I've gotten so much stronger. Maybe even 3 times my original strength. My body, it's vibrant with chakra, filled to the brim. And my mind, as clear as can be. And with Zabuza at my side, I'm unstoppable. Unstoppable? What a load of crap. Don't tell me that. Do you really think that you're unstoppable? Do you really think that nobody can match your strength? Yes, I'm sure of it. Well, then you've met your maker. What? What do you mean? Well, to say the least, I'm the one who will kick your butt. Kick my butt? Well, why the wordplay? Just shut up, Haku, and watch. Naruto would then gather chakra in his feet as he would rush around the ice prism, or ice mirror dome, whatever you want to call it, right? I'll refer to as many things in this video, but it really just depends. Anyhow, Naruto would buzz around it as you basically go wall to wall so quick that Haku couldn't even see, as Haku was amazed at how fast Naruto had gotten as well, as he would congratulate Naruto, telling him that he has really come far from just being the guy who just got promoted to a swordsman. Naruto would laugh. Swordsmen are powerful. You should know that. So, you're calling me very powerful, are you not? I don't know if I'd word it that way. All I've seen is your speed. Well, if my speed wasn't enough, I'll show you some strength I have too. Naruto would then gather chakra in his fist as he would move the chakra that he had in his feet all the way to like his feet. So basically he had the chakra in his legs, but now it's in like his feet, as he would basically gather chakra and hold his stance on one of the ice mirrors before Haku could even like, move to hurt or injure or hit Naruto. Naruto would already be in the air as he would use all the chakra that he had in his feet and summon it to his fist, as he would then slam right through the ice mirrors. This would shatter the ice mirrors entirely, which would cause Haku to actually gasp out loud, as Naruto would then find Haku's real body, being able to because the ice mirrors are now broken, as he would basically just, well, I guess you would say, go quote-unquote ham on Haku. And by that, I just mean, go all out on Haku. Haku would be, devastated in a way by how strong Naruto was, and would be devastated by all of his attacks as Naruto would continue to rush in, blow after blow, blow after blow. Naruto was starting to, pick up some momentum as, well, that can happen. As Haku would then feel this, and would feel tension rising up, as well as the fact that he would also feel strength and more strength being added to Naruto's punches, and, more speed, things of the sort. So he would quickly jump back, showing Naruto that Haku had the capabilities to fight back, but wanted to test Naruto's strength, meaning that the power that he was using before was not adequate to deal with Haku, or if you don't know what adequate means, it just, wasn't enough to deal with Haku. Anyhow, Naruto would then look around as he would observe his surroundings. He would then close his eyes as he felt at ease with nature. He would then breathe in the air as he felt to himself, and he felt a warm feeling. He felt the wind hit the back of his head, and he could hear the birds chirp. Not only that, but he was able to hear the raging waves close to the bridge. Naruto was at one with himself. Naruto would then open his eyes as he would cast a few hand signs. Now, wind style, air bullet, Naruto would yell out. Naruto, while doing this, would now activate some other hand seals to create a new jutsu, or not like a new jutsu that to him, but this would create a new jutsu, a different jutsu, as his air bullet would be fired, as he would then yell out, after the air bullet was fired, wind style, wind catastrophe. Wind would now gather around Haku, who had been able to block the wind bullet with a few senbon, using them strategically to be able to, basically block its path, as wind would now gather around Haku. Haku would look around amazed at such a jutsu and how it was able to easily track him and even was fast enough to, catch him in a way, as he would tell Naruto that he's pretty skilled and he shouldn't have underestimated him. Naruto would smirk. You were underestimating me? How odd. Because I'm the only one who should be underestimating anybody. Actually, I take that as an insult. Now, water style. Water bullet. No, multiple. Naruto would then close his fist and open them up as multiple water bullets would appear around him. He would then make all of these water bullets fly towards Haku as they would. Haku is now surrounded with water and wind. The water would then mix together with the wind style as it would basically look like wind around Haku in a tornado-like fashion, as there was water in it as well, increasing its velocity, increasing its speed, and most importantly, increasing its destructive power. Naruto knew this as he would then yell out, combination jutsu. Water wind catastrophe. The wind and water would then expand as it would then shut immediately, using the speed that it had gathered to basically add force to the jutsu, which would slam into Haku. This would do devastating damage to Haku's body, as Haku would fall to the ground, not realizing that Naruto had such a destructive jutsu, and how fast the jutsu was amped up. For example, if it was just the wind style jutsu and it had done that, open up and close really quickly and expanding and destroying its surrounding area, whatever, or whatever you want to say, it wouldn't do as much damage to Haku, and Haku knew that. But it had seemed that with adding water style, he'd been able to increase its damage so much so that Haku is now, on the verge of death. He could barely breathe. A few of his ribs were broken, and his windpipe was struggling to, I guess you could say, work. Haku was also having a massive headache, as the force that hit his head had really, hurt his head, so he's having a headache now. And his whole body just felt pain. You know, when something expands and hits you, it kind of does something to your body. But Haku hadn't realized how much damage it would have done, especially with just adding a little bit of water, because he only used a few water bullets. And multiple isn't that many. So that was only like 4-ish, like 2 to 4 water bullets, and he was able to do so much with the jutsu. So Haku was just very surprised right now. Haku would then look up at his opponent, who now was double his size, as Haku was now on the floor. Haku felt an immense amount of chakra build up within Naruto, as he then sensed an ominous chakra. What is this? Haku thought to himself. This isn't Master Zabuza. I know it. He isn't that mad. No. This thing, it's like as if there were a demon. It's so evil. So demonic. It makes me feel like it makes me want to barf. It makes me feel like I'm suffocating. It's chakra. It's so powerful. What is this? Is this? No way. Naruto would then release a bit of QB chakra, as he and the QB were at one at the moment. Haku would then look at Naruto with despair, as Naruto would smirk. Haku, why did you leave the mist? Why did I leave? Haku would say, gritting his teeth as he stared at Naruto, not even, blinking, as his eyes would start to water. Haku would then blink multiple times in a row to keep his eyes wide as he stared at Naruto. As Naruto was concerned, why are you staring so much? Is something wrong? No, Haku would say, as Naruto would continue. You still haven't answered my question. Anything for Master Zabuza, Haku would say, as a sweat drop, or drop of sweat, whatever you want to call it, would basically fly down his face. I see. You're scared. Is it the Nine Tails? Are you scared of its power? Are you scared of the chakra that you feel? The menacing chakra of the beast within me? Let it fear you. No. My beast won't fear you. You will fear it. Naruto would release more QB chakra, as he would then laugh. Haku, I'm just kidding. But besides that, Naruto would grab his blade. His short sword at that. I must take you in. Take me in, yes. I see. I didn't think I'd have to use such a thing, Haku thought to himself, as black markings would appear on Haku's body. No. This isn't my own chakra, Naruto thought to himself, as he sensed a presence that was evil, a dark and sinister chakra awakening within Haku. Haku would stand up as he would crack his neck. You sure did rough me up, didn't you? You do have the right to be called one of the 7 swordsmen. Or, what is your new role? Guardian or something like that? Haku would then crack his knuckles. Because you've already lost. I've already lost. What do you mean? Simple. I've awakened my curse mark. What's that? Well, since you are gonna die, I suppose I can explain the story to you. And it's a pretty simple one at that. Me and Zabuza were endangered by many Mist Ninja who were about to capture us, as a man stepped into the woodwork, a man who we had never seen in our lives before, only heard rumors of, only heard tales of. He is known as Orochimaru, one of the legendary Sannin. In exchange for a promise, a vow to swearing allegiance and loyalty to the man. But not only that, giving up our own will and telling him that we will give up our own bodies for the purpose of his cause, or whatever he represents. We were able to obtain these things called curse marks. When we got them, the success rate was pretty low, but we survived. thanks to our strength. Heck, I wouldn't be able to do it without Master Zabuza. My will, it was being challenged at that very moment. My will to protect my master. I will never forget. I see. I'll never forget the pain I endured just trying to stay alive. So you would do that all just for power? Well, I lived, did I not? Now, that explains it a little bit, but I suppose only so much you can tell somebody before they die. Well, I'll let you know. I don't intend to die here. Naruto would rush towards Haku, putting his hands on Haku's chest. Before Haku could react, he was sent flying forward. What was this? What kind of jutsu was that? Being able to push me like that? That was actually just a wind-style Gale Palm up very close, but Naruto was able to add chakra to it with his Q chakra and things of the sort, so it really amped his destructive power, causing Haku to be sent flying. This would do damage to Haku, but Haku's mind was kind of dysfunctional, to say the least. Since the curse mark does over time start to eat away at your mind and your consciousness and things of the sort, as Kidomaru had explained to Sasuke, Haku's not in the best state of mind at the moment, especially while using the curse mark, so he doesn't really care about the pain that he's just taken and just sees it as, an attack, a hit, something that hit him, things of the sort. As Naruto would walk over to Haku, telling Haku that he wished that he wouldn't have to do such a thing, but he supposes it can't be helped. Naruto would reach deep within himself as he would awaken his sixth path chakra. I explained in the last part how he does have this chakra and how he was given it because he was on the verge of death. So, here's the perfect time for him to use it. Truth-seeking orbs would then be activated around him as he would decide not to actually, use them to attack Haku because he has no intention on killing Haku. You see, if six path orbs touch somebody who doesn't have six path chakra, they can basically be vaporized, and in most cases, they are. Haku doesn't have six path chakra. He learned that the hard way with his brother, Kano. Kano being trapped in the truth-seeking orbs made it so that his left arm was destroyed in the process because his left arm was touching the bottom of the truth-seeking orb while his right arm was basically trying to stop the blood from a wound that Naruto inflicted on him. So you can see how Naruto basically learned the truth-seeking orbs, if they touch somebody who doesn't have six path chakra or injure them, well, to say the least, they get vaporized. So he didn't want to do that. Instead, he would want to use the destructive capabilities of the truth-seeking orb, so he would create a sword with it, as he would then encase the sword with wind chakra to the brim. So much so that you could now not see the color of purple, or the blackish purple. I wouldn't really know how to describe the color, it's just like a blackish purple, that the truth-seeking orbs are, and instead, you could now see a white wind color because Naruto used so much wind style, so the blade was covered with wind style as he would try it out on something. He would then put it near a tree, as the tree would not immediately vaporize, and the tree would not, just die, if you will. And instead, he would then slice the tree, and it wouldn't vaporize, but it would cut in half, like any tree should, with a cut from Naruto, that is. Naruto would then smirk. Well, isn't this the good weapon? Or should I say a good weapon? Naruto would then rush towards Haku, pulling his sword back for extra force and pushing his lower body into it, or putting his back into it, quote-unquote, so he could use more of his lower body strength to do and deal more damage to Haku, as Haku would yell out, Ice Style, magnificent rock dome of nothingness. This wouldn't be able to do anything to Naruto's sword and his attack, as he would immediately slice through it and get to Haku. This would cause Haku to be slammed right in his ribs, which were not healed, which did even more damage to him, and caused him to cough up a heap of blood, or a good amount of blood, a lot of blood to be more exact, as Naruto would then tell Haku that's the end of the line. Haku would look up into the air as he thought to himself and knew that he could get stronger. He had another transformation, but at this current time, even using that technique, he's not even sure if he'd be able to put a dent in Naruto. So he would bite his pride, and would tell Naruto that he surrenders. Naruto would put his truth-seeking orbs away, and his wind style would disappear from the blade, as it would basically disappear in the and just become truth-seeking orbs and just go away, as Naruto would deactivate his Sage 6 Pass Chakra, which he had realized that he had got a bit of a handle on, as he never knew that he could master such a magnificent technique, as he would then start to crack his fingers and knuckles and things of the sort, as he then decided that he would not, kill Haku, but he would tell Haku that the path that he was going on now would only get him killed. He would then grab Haku, telling Haku not to leave, as he would basically put down a truth-seeking orb barrier like he had the Kana, which would trap Haku and basically seal him away, but inside of it would be wind style, so that, coating the truth-seeking orb so that, Haku wasn't killed in the truth-seeking orb ball, which would, benefit Naruto in a way, technically, as Naruto would then be told by, Sasuke, who he didn't think was alive, that he thanks him. Basically, Sasuke would thank Naruto, as Naruto would smile, saying no problem, as he felt some sort of connection to the boy, who he had never known and who he had never met. Naruto would then rush in to fight Zabuza, who was over his sensei with his executioner's blade in hand. Naruto's eyes would widen, and my bad, Kakashi is not his sensei here. Anyhow, Naruto would then rush to save Kakashi, Hatake, Ninja at the Leaf Village, before Zabuza could even connect, as he would grab Zabuza's blade before it could hit Kakashi, appearing in the split instance that he would kill Kakashi. Naruto now held Zabuza's blade in his hands, as Zabuza and Naruto would lock eyes. They would both say the same thing. It's been a while. And with that being said, this has been What If Naruto Was a Mist Ninja Part 3. Hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, share the video to a friend, links for this, or just anime content in general. Subscribe if you're new here and want to hit 10K by September. And with that being said, make sure to like, share the video to a friend, links for this, or just anime content in general. Subscribe, comment down below your thoughts and feelings about the video, as well as checking out my second channel down below, Rami XZ, where I post what ifs and discussion videos. And with that being said, Rami X out.